Hi guys, we're making a mask. This is a 6x9 rectangle. This pattern is from the Deaconess website. It's the free mask pattern, and this is the one that St. Joe's is requesting. I made a few alterations. Number one, since this is really thin fabric, I'm adding an inner layer of flannel. And the other alteration that I will show you is I'm adding pipe cleaner that will go across the top so that it will help to form across the bridge of the nose. So to do that, the first thing we'll do is to sew right across the top, 1/4 inch. Now I will take this pipe cleaner, can you see here? And I'm going to wedge it right up to the top of that seam. And I'm going to carefully stitch on the edge. You want to be careful, you don't want to break your needle. So you want to come over here, Peter, you can show how I'm doing it. Just sandwiching it in there and then top stitching. Again, about 1/4 inch from the last seam. And you'll have to carefully just push that pipe cleaner up to the edge of the original seam. Now I have two separate scissors here. I have my fabric scissors, and then I have some heavy duty industrial scissors. Don't use your fabric scissors on the pipe cleaner because it will ruin them. So use your heavy duty scissors to trim that pipe cleaner. Okay. Now I will take 2 pieces of elastic. The suggested length was 7 inches, but I found that to be a little bit long for me personally. So I will do mine 6.5. And I'm going to put one up top here, pin it in place, and then making sure it doesn't twist, I'm going to pin the bottom on this side. Okay, so now we have our pipe cleaner sandwiched up here. We have the flannel on the outside, and where these 4 pins are, I have the elastic pin down. I'm going to start at the bottom here, and we're going to leave like about a 2-inch opening so that we can inside out it. So, here we go. I don't like to sew over my pins, so I always take my pins out. And you will not sew over that pipe cleaner. Stop before you get your pipe cleaner. Now the other side. So now I'm going to take my fabric scissors and I'm going to clip out the corners. Don't clip through the seam, just clip the corners out. And again, don't clip out. You've already clipped the pipe cleaner, so don't use your fabric scissors on pipe cleaner. Okay, so here's our rectangle. I've got a little hole here. I'm going to carefully inside out it through the hole. Push those corners out. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this under this little opening and top stitch along the bottom. And really you can top stitch around the whole thing in one, but first I want to show you how to make the tucks. And also where the pipe cleaner is up top, you will top stitch about 1/4 of an inch across the top so you don't break a needle. But we need to make 3 even tucks going along the side. So here's 1. And I just eyeball it. 2. And actually I don't like that, so I'm going to redo it. You don't have to redo the video though, Peter. Okay. So 1. This allows it to contour over the face. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, so then I want to match on the other side. Okay, so I've made my tucks and I've pinned them in place. I am going to start on the bottom edge, come up right across the edge, and then when I get to the top where the pipe cleaner is, I'm going to be very careful not to sew over the pipe cleaner, but to offer 1/4 of an inch across the top, and then I'll come straight down on the edge to this other side. And really you could go across the bottom then as well, but I already did the bottom. And when you're sewing over these tucks, sometimes you have to lift your foot up in order to get all the fabric underneath it. And feel free to slow down. Oh no, I broke a needle. Okay, so I just broke a needle on those tucks. And the reason why I did that is because I went too fast. And so I'm going to recommend you go really slow over those tucks. And also, I forgot that I have 3 layers in here, not just 2. So I'm starting over. Top stitching on the tucks. Again, take this slow, this part. And I lift up my foot to catch the excess fabric. Take your pins out. See how slow I'm going? I don't want to break another needle. Okay, I'm at the top, and I can feel my pipe cleaner up here, so I'm going to stay far away from my pipe cleaner. 1/4 inch is enough. Okay, so now I'm going to go down the other side, these tucks, really slow. Take the pins out. And if you're just doing 2 layers of fabric, it won't be as bad. So here's the mask. Just need to clip the threads. And try it on. And this pipe cleaner, let it form across your face. I still think this is too big for me. This was 6.5 inch elastic. The pattern suggested by St. Joe's says 7 inches. So if you're making it for yourself, feel free this time to pull your elastic in, make it a little bit shorter. Otherwise, just do it to the specs as they request. Okay, happy sewing.